Hey, what's up guys? It's Esther here, and I'm so pumped that you are here because we are diving into a very exciting topic today, and this topic is how to make the jump from lifestyle photography to weddings. So I know a lot of times people say I want to be a wedding photographer, but they're shooting families, couples, maybe engagements, and then portraits, fashion, whatever it is. They're shooting everything except weddings, and they want to get to weddings. So that's where I want to help you today with a couple tips that can help you achieve that goal and get to making the jump from lifestyles to weddings. So first of all, we need to talk about the fact that no one's going to trust you to shoot their wedding until you have done your work. You've put in the work. You've shown, this is my work, and you should hire me as a wedding photographer because of this, and this, and have your list. But how do you get your first wedding client if no one's going to trust you? This is where these two things come in handy. So for one, second shooting, which I reached out to a lot of photographers when I was starting out just to ask, can I second shoot? And for a few of them, I offered it for free. Can I second shoot and just shadow and just learn and be able to take some shots, some side angles, or grab the couple for 5 minutes and take some shots. And I was surprised how many photographers were like, oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely, I would love to have you come shadow or second shoot, and most of them paid me an hourly rate too, so that was a great way to make a little bit of money and put that into my business as well. So that was the first thing that helped me build my portfolio. Once I started sharing photos from weddings I had second shot, you got to credit the photographer, second shot with so-and-so, whoever you were shadowing. And then once you start sharing those, then I was like, oh, people were commenting they loved it. Like, they were like, oh, these are awesome, that's so cool, I didn't know that you did weddings. And that's how you kind of start to get your name out there of like, yes, I do weddings. I am the wedding specialist. I shoot weddings. So that's kind of like tip number one. And tip number two is organize some styled shoots. So I'm not saying you need to do a gajillion of these because they are exhausting. Take it from me. I have done my fair share of them, and to be honest, I do them so that it can benefit my business and I have the content, but do I really enjoy them? No, not really. I enjoy the fact when I'm there actually shooting, but everything leading up to it, I'm just dreading. It's like putting on a show. Like, you have to think of so many different things. You're organizing it. Then during it, you are the producer, you are trying to make sure that everything's running smoothly, all the vendors are happy. So it's a lot of work, and I'm doing a separate video on how to set up a styled shoot and execute it properly. But this is just to give you an overview of, like, to get some good content that you can share is through styled shoots. And people always love the shots from these styled shoots, like including myself. But the people like your Instagram followers, your Facebook friends, whoever it is, I always get the most engagement and likes from these styled shoots. So that's why they're so important. So you have a couple options of how to go about this, and I go more into depth in my other video about styled shoots. But basically, I would highly recommend starting out by doing a mini styled shoot. And what I mean by this is you don't need to include every single vendor. I'm just saying, get yourself a couple, a dress and a suit, and a makeup, hair artist, whatever, something like that. Just so that you cover your bases and you still have some vendors to tag, but you're not overwhelming yourself with trying to figure out what venue and then racing off to go get the jewelry and then the shoes and then, like, just so many things that you have to organize. Instead, just get yourself a couple, the attire, the wedding attire, so the suit and the dress, and then a makeup and hair artist. And this is a great way to get into it. So that's my biggest tips. So number one, again, shadowing or second shooting photographer. Choose one that you really look up to and that you want to, like, that inspires you and you want to get to know. So that's one way. and just shoot them a DM. And then the second thing is setting up a styled shoot. I do have another video that goes more into depth of how to set up a successful styled shoot, and we'll dive into details there. But those are the number one and number two tips of how to make the jump from lifestyle to wedding photography. And thank you so much for joining in today, guys, and I hope that these tips were helpful. Oh man, that line is hard. Don't forget to hit subscribe below. And if you don't, I totally understand, because I totally butchered that saying. See you later, guys.